Greetings, and welcome to the CollaborativeU TV, our Wednesday edition. Oh my gosh, guys, we are absolutely excited about today's show. Before we get started, just a little housekeeping. First of all, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube, our YouTube channel, CollaborativeU TV, and our Facebook channel. The Collaborative University. We thank you so much, guys, for joining. For those of you who are joining by YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then also hit that bell. So whenever we go live, you will be notified. And for those of you who are on Facebook, come on, y'all, do me a favor. I'm going to join you. Get on and share, like and share, like and share, because you are not going to want to miss today's show and today's guest. The Collaborative UTV, our goal is to bring relevant information to our entrepreneurs and our business world, okay? And sponsoring today's show, of course, is the university. Sponsoring today's Collaborative UTV show is the university, the Collaborative U. And we want to jumpstart your 2020, second half of your 2020, your beginning of your 2021, however you looking at it. We want to jumpstart it with our Arise and Build bundle. That Arise and Build bundle is at a special rate right now. If you go to the website you see listed, and let's see, that's bit.ly/Arise 2020. You will get the bonus video. Oh my goodness, if you missed our grand opening and virtual launch party with our ribbon cutting, you missed a master class like none other with Dr. Charles Perry out of the Word of Restoration in Rocheron, Texas. That's right south of Houston. That master class, Arise and Build, will come free with that bundle. So for any of you who are ready to jumpstart, I mean, you're ready to dig out your vision, dig out your passion, convert your knowledge into a marketable asset. Mind your business. I mean, and we're not talking about, stay out of my business, but we're talking about mind your business, the business of your finances, the business of your family, and change. Change is necessary. That bundle is going to, it's going to push you to a trajectory that you never that you could never imagine. It is a season and a time for us to take back everything that we desire. And so that Arise and Build bundle, bit.ly/Arise and Build, is available for you at a special rate today. All right, so I have taken care of all of my housekeeping. Now it is time. It is time for me to introduce to some, reintroduce to others, present, oh my goodness, thought leader, CEO, mastermind at the Collaborative U, Osazee Thompson, who is the founder and CEO of OT Enterprises. Osazee, welcome to the Collaborative U TV today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to come on and share with the audience today.
All right. Well, now let me ask you, because I'm doing the housekeeping. Now, have you shared this video on your page?
I've shared it in my group.
All right.
Mr. Living Community, and also on my page. So we have to get this word out.
There it is. You see, he already ready. That's why these thought leaders, these masterminds, they are way ahead of the game. But now today, the subject today, I believe, is a subject that I don't think it excludes anyone. I think everybody has a story to tell. Would you say that, Osazee? Absolutely. So before we jump into the topic, though, why don't you give our listening audience your 1 minute, who you are and who is OT Enterprises? Can you do that for us?
Absolutely. So as she said, my name is Osazee Thompson. I'm the founder and CEO of OT Enterprises. What we do is empower people in purpose. We help people to grow net worth and build self-worth through the venue of purpose. And a lot of times we see our purpose displayed through the way we serve in life, through our gifts, our talents, our abilities. And so what we like to do is help people to come into an actualization of their purpose through their gifting, so that they can not only fulfill their life's purpose, but they can make lots of money while they do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, and I want to go on and give a shout out. It looks like our CEO is on board and online listening. Hey, Michelle, what's happening? Shout out for all of you guys in Facebook land. Okay, so with that being said, I also want to give this plug. You know, Osazee is my coach, and there were things in our first sessions, I mean, literally that catapulted me and ignited my thought process and moved me forward in ways that I haven't even finished the coaching session because I think I'm so far ahead, but I'm coming. But let's talk because I think it's very interesting, especially in this season while we're at home. Most of us are at home, sequestered, working from home, that we start looking at our individual story, right? And so OT, you're about to launch this course on telling your story and monetizing it, correct? So kind of bring us into how you got to that point.
Well, I believe earlier that everybody has some life experience, has some story to tell. And through their story, what happens is we begin to extract lessons out of your story. The things that we go through is not just for us, many times it's for other people. And so we have to share that. And of course, we can do it through speaking, writing, podcasts, so forth. But how about writing? How about writing it out so that you can duplicate what happened to you and provide the answers that you learned, that you discovered, and help somebody? It's all about how can you help somebody else in life. Never
Absolutely.
look as about you, right? Not only will it stunt your life, but it'll stunt your money.
Oh wow. Now he dropped the nugget right there. You see how he said that and then he sat back, it'll stunt your money. And then he said yes, absolutely. And
That's true.
it is truth. And you, as you were talking, it brought me to the scripture. We overcome by the blood of the lamb and the word of our testimony. And some of us aren't overcoming, or some of us, the people around us aren't overcoming because we're not telling our story. Like we want them to see our glory, but we're not telling our story. So Osazee, what propelled you to want to bring this message and this style of training in this season? Because I know I've been watching you since 2016, and the funny thing is I found some pictures. I got to share it with you. But 2016, when we were in Vegas, when we met physically for the first time, but you've evolved in your message and you've evolved your messages. What brought you in this season to talk about telling your story?
Okay, yeah. Well, what actually happened is my story. And so what I want to do is help people to understand that, like 12 years ago, let me just start there. 12 years ago, I began my work. I left the job. I was working at a law firm downtown Chicago for 10 years. And
Right,
around about the seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th year, I began to feel that there was more to my life than simply working, paying bills, and the same cycle over and over again.
right,
And so I left the job. I left that job in 2008, and I began my work. And I began as an entrepreneur to empower, to equip, to train people just like me who are sitting behind a desk right now. Well, maybe the pandemic, maybe they sit at home, maybe you're working from home right now, and you're just like me. You're like, wait a minute, it's more to my life than simply working this job and paying bills. You tapped out and maxed out your capacity at that job. Is no more growth, no room for growth there. And even if it is, many of you not interested. So you may as well
come
begin
on.
to discover giftings and talents and abilities that God gave you to use to help other people, to add value to people. And so that was one of the greatest things that really motivated me to help people to write their book. Now, let me tell you, I did not start out looking to be an author. What actually happened is it was just a compilation of the experiences that I've had since that time when I left that law firm. and all the things that I went through, you got to get in a coaching session with me or get a part. Matter of fact, let me give this invitation right now. Go to joinpep.me. I need you to go there. We can connect there. You can hear my
Right.
story. I can help show you how you can actualize your purpose as an entrepreneur, as a full-time entrepreneur, how to cap out and
Yeah.
maximize your potential in life. So go join pep.me. And so that's going to really help you to come into a realization of why you're here on this earth. And
And
when
I
you
like what
begin
you
to understand, yeah, go ahead.
No, I like what you said though, because I think this is very key. Because a lot of people don't see themselves as being an author. And so you tapped into that. Like you said, like that was not your goal. That wasn't something that was in your forefront. That wasn't something that you've been planning on for years. No, but it evolved to that. And I think that that's one of the misnomers with a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, they believe, or not just entrepreneurs. Let me take a step back and say individuals, period. You didn't start off thinking you were going to start a business. You didn't start off thinking you were going to be an author. You didn't start off thinking you were going to be on a radio show. What you did was you walked your journey of life, and through your walk in your journey of life, these doors and these things started to open up to you, and then they just became a part of your now versus something. And so I think it's important for us to say that, because a lot of people they dismiss things because it wasn't a part of the original plan. But COVID-19 wasn't a part of the original year, but it's here, right? And so you have to pivot when that happens. So thank you so much for saying that, because I think that that was a very important point. So you're an accomplished author now. How many books have you written?
Three. Working on another one now, but three currently.
And so without, like, literally 12 years ago, not even thinking author, you're now a three-time published author. Am I right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And what has that done? What has, yes, and what is being able to tell your story through a book done for your business and your career and you yourself?
Well, understanding the fact that my life is basically to help others. And so I've been able to help so many people to not only discover or give them some clue of their purpose, but actually to help them to walk some things out in their life. And one of those things is really coming into a level of ownership of their life. You know, a lot of people, they kind of just go with the flow in life. And what I really help people to see is you cannot just go with the flow, because you don't know where that flow is going. You have to be in to understand clearly, you know, what God has given you to do, and begin to walk that out. And just like you said, you know, even the fact how we met in Las Vegas at that speaking opportunity,
Right.
you know, that would not have happened had I not been in my purpose. You know, and
Absolutely.
you and your purpose. And so we the opportunity for us to meet there at that speaking opportunity, you know, it led to this, because I don't know if I would have ever met you had we not been at that speaking engagement in Las Vegas. Like, what was that, 4 or 5 years ago?
4 or 5, yeah, 2016. I went back and I found it. I was looking in my searching, but I think that's really key too, because relate. You never know when you cross people's paths the first time, second, or third time, what that relationship will be in the future. So it's always good to just take the opportunity when you're led to do something, to just do it, because you don't know the outcome of it. You may be thinking, I'm just little old me right now, but someone's invited me to an opportunity to see something. You never know who you're going to meet at that opportunity, and down the road how that particular meeting is going to be a catalyst in something else you're doing. So I mean, gosh, you're dropping some real nuggets today, sir.
Yeah,
Really.
when you keep talking, there's a mentor of mine, business mentor. And he always says that the opportunity is in the show up. And I say, you know that,
Mm,
because if you refuse to show up, even when it's inconvenient, even when you feel like it, even when things not going the way you thought they were supposed to go, things happen.
yes,
Relationships are developed, resources are provided, doors are open, all because, and I want to take it this far, obedience. You
huh,
were obedient to show up at that opportunity, and things happen. And so
absolutely.
that's what this training is about. I know you may be ashamed of something that you've gone through. You listen. We all have gone through things.
Yeah,
Let's clear the air right now.
clear the
Nobody
air.
is perfect, and nobody better than anyone else. So a lot of times we see our shame and our pain, and we see the profit of our life in our shame and our pain. And sometimes we need to write about that. Sometimes we need to
Yeah,
share about, maybe if you went through a divorce, maybe if you were abused, maybe if, maybe your car got repossessed, maybe you failed, 5 businesses. We need to talk about that because somebody needs the answer that you were able to extract out of the lessons from your life. And I want to show you how to write that. I want to show you how to develop that so that not only you can, again, add value to the lives of the people you were born to serve, but you can profit from it as well financially.
absolutely. And I mean, I don't know if y'all picking up what he putting down, like my girl Ashley Ann would say, but he is dropping some nuggets today, guys. And I want to tap into that because sometimes we miss it. So it's really good to repeat it. Did you hear obedience and showing up? Okay, you got to show up. Like you have to show up even, and let me just say, when we went to Vegas, I wasn't in the best mental place. I wasn't in the best financial place. I wasn't in the best place, period. But something told me to show up. And what I showed up for isn't really what I have today. Like the real reason for me showing up, I no longer am even attached to. But there were people that I met showing up that I have been attached to for 4 years and have brought value and added value to my life. So let's not get caught up on who invited you to the party. Because if you and that person never see each other again, you were at that party for a reason. There was something else. There was another connection. There was another something made, in that. And so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now
Yeah.
let's get to what your course that's coming up, the course
Okay.
on telling your story. Who is that course for? Now I know we said it's for everybody, okay, but it is, but there may be some things that they need to hear so that they can recognize they are part of that everybody. So can you tell us,
Absolutely.
like, who would you say that course is for?
This course is for anyone who believes that they have a specific answer to a problem in society. That's one.
Oh, wow.
This course is for anyone who desires to create another stream of income in their life while adding value. Now, there's something I want to share in between here, because there's a difference between a use value and a cash value. A use
Ah,
value is something that a person gives out that is of utmost relevance to a person's life in that time, in that season. A
okay.
money value is simply sum or quantity of dollars that is given in exchange for any generic unit, product, or item.
Okay.
So I want you to begin to see yourself as useful in the market, and what you're bringing has useful value. That means that you're contributing something to the life of someone who needs it right now. Someone
Yeah.
needs to know how to parent. Someone needs to know how to bounce back from a divorce. Someone
Come on.
needs to know how to overcome abuse in their life, child abuse.
Yes.
Someone needs
Yes.
to know how to overcome filing bankruptcy. Someone needs that. And you have the answer. And you're sitting on it right now. And God I really do believe he's raised me up to not only help people to, of course, grow their network, but build that self-worth. You got to see yourself as valuable. You got to know that your story counts. Somebody wants to hear it. Somebody needs it. Somebody is suffering right now in the world because you have refused to act on that knowledge that you have right now. You're delaying your destiny. And I want to help you to accelerate that thing. So you need to join this class. You need to be a part of this.
Now, again, y'all, I don't know if y'all have y'all buckets, man, and y'all catching these things. I mean, he is dropping these nuggets, but somebody is waiting on you, and your destiny is connected to the problems you solve in the earth realm. Now, I know that may be hard for you to digest, because some of us see ourselves as grasshoppers. Okay, just like the children of Israel, some of us see ourselves as grasshoppers. But if you think about the world itself and our creator who created everyone, in order for him to do the things that need to be done in the earth realm, you do know he's using people. I just want to let you marinate with that. He's using people. And so do not think that your experience is insignificant, because it is not. Because I guarantee you, if you're experiencing it, someone else is too. And it may be 30 people, but if you can help 30 people, what are you really doing? I'm gonna just bring this up. I was listening to I think it was Barack Obama, when he, like, right when he first got elected, in some kind of way, one of his teachers, like, they may have had an interview with one of his teachers. Now, I promise you, when he was in that class, she never said to herself, that's the president number 40. She didn't say that. She did not say that. And that's the point, though. But what she gave to him was a memory that all of those years later, he remembered that teacher. And at a point in history, she then came back into his life to be a witness of who he was. So now, what if you and your experience will influence the next president, or the next Beyonce, or the next Cardi B, or the next whoever? Who's to say who your story won't influence, and what it will not? What do you call it? Manifest. I mean, what it won't develop, what that seed sown won't grow. Oh gosh, that is huge. So Osazee, in the course itself, because we're a 30-minute show. They won't give us an hour yet, Osazee. They won't give it to us yet.
Keep showing up.
But what will your course do? Tell us a little bit about the course, and maybe what it will do for those individuals.
Absolutely. So I'm going to be sharing on how exactly to extract those lessons out of your life, how to systematically put your story together sequentially so that there's a flow. I'm going to be talking about you identifying what problems that you solve, how to create a highlight of your life instead of spending 4 hours talking about from high school to now. I can show you how to highlight your life. What are the highlights? And also how the difference between self-publishing and a traditional publishing route, right?
Okay.
All of my books are self-published. There's an advantage to that I would like to share with you. There are pros and cons to that. I'd like to share those with you, and even begin to show you how exactly to self-publish your book. So you can actually complete your book before the end of this year. Don't wait till 2020. We're talking about, oh,
Come
my
on.
2020 resolution is going to be to write a book. No, start now. Start your
Yeah.
2021 today. Start it
Yeah.
now. Live in the now. Now, it's good to plan for the future in writing, but pin what happened in your life today so that you can help someone in the future. Pay it forward, right? Look at
Absolutely.
it like you're doing, the world a favor by sharing what you've gone through, the answers you have to deliver, right? Look at it as you're contributing your part. Be a contributor in life. Don't just be a consumer. Don't just
Ah,
consume. Now, I read books. I like to read, but I'm also writing my story, writing answers to help other people. So be a contributor, right? Be a contributor.
and yeah, and you know what? I sometimes we have in our minds that we want to contribute. I don't think there's anybody that does not want to contribute. And sometimes our vision of what contributing looks like, it doesn't really serve us in the now. So I love what you said. Telling your story is a contribution. It truly is. And some of you, you may not quite be ready for it just yet. You may not. You may not be ready to release it to the world. But let's talk about that second part of our topic, legacy.
Yeah.
Because I'll just throw this in there. I was moving when I decided to move from Houston. I had my grandchildren over, and we were going through pictures. And so they saw me in a basketball uniform, and it was like, "You play basketball?" And I was like, yes. And then they were in my office and they saw my master's degree. And my grandson said, "Is that a college degree?" And I was like, yes. And that's the master's, not even the bachelor's. He said, "You have a master." So honestly, there are people that are in your immediate surrounding that need to
Yeah.
know about your greatness that you have not shared. And so even if you're not writing it for the world, write it for your world, your people, the people that are around you, so that they can hand that down to their children's children. If you self-publish one copy, okay, that's
Yeah.
a lot. That's something that the world will never get if you don't give it, right? I mean, what do you think about that, Osazee?
I like to frame it like this. And we talked about the show up earlier, but let's put a question at the front of that. Who is depending on you to show up?
Mm,
Is it your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, your family members, your
wow,
community, the nation, the world? Who
wow,
is depending on you? I really want to challenge you. Think about it. Not only will this help you to begin to quantify this idea, but it'll really give you something to think about. Who is depending on you?
yeah,
Don't blame nobody else. Who's depending on you? Listen, when you stand before God, He's going to ask you to give account of the
yep,
things that you did, the words that you said. Now, this is not a guilt trip or condemnation,
no,
but it's a liberation for you to be
yeah,
free to be you. Be free to be you because somebody's depending on you. And I want you to write down who's depending on me. Somebody, and that's going to motivate you every day when you feel like, oh man, I don't feel like doing it. I'm tired. All these excuses we come
yeah,
up with. You're gonna have to push past that because in your mind, you're gonna have to know so and so is depending on me to do this.
yes,
So and so is depending on me to show up. I have to show up.
wow. Okay, oh, y'all, this 30 minutes that went so fast. Hopefully our network will expand our time at some point. But today, guys, I know we're a little bit over, but please, like, that last note, like that question, who's depending on you? You got to take time to answer it. You have to take time to answer it. Osazee, I see your wife in these comments, baby. She blowing these comments up. Shout out to the missus. Hello, Mrs. Thompson.
Right.
Love you. Do me a favor.
Right.
Post again the link for me so that I can put it up on the screen for this upcoming class while I pay our bills. Again, this show is brought to you and underwritten by the CollaborativeU, www.collaborativeu.com. We are a online state-of-the-art e-learning platform where we have opportunities for those who want to monetize their knowledge to come on and bring their courses on the platform. But for those of you guys who are just in the thick of it and you're looking and you're trying to figure out what's your next move, this power of this Arise and Build bundle is amazing. Power of Vision. You're going to get the course Power of Vision, the Power of Passion, converting your knowledge into an asset, minding your business, and then change. Change is necessary. And you get the bonus master course, Arise and Build, from Apostle Charles Perry out of Rocheron, Texas, which is a little town south of Houston, Texas. That bundle, you can get it at bit.ly/Arise 2020. That's bit.ly/Arise 2020. And then I also want to put on the screen, thank you so much. I mean, when I tell you, you have a partner, she on it. Give us the website, give us the link again to register for your upcoming course. I know that we'll also be hosting it on the Collaborative U, and we have a course, we have a live course coming up too, don't we? With you.
August 29th.
Yes,
August
a
29th,
live
live on the
course.
Collaborative View.
Yes, so stay
Absolutely.
tuned for that information. I posted it on the screen, but give them the yes.
You can go to it's a short code, bit.ly/self-publish my book now. I'm going to say that again.
Mm-hmm.
bit.ly/self-publish my book now. Think about
Wow.
it. Self-publish
Think
my
about
book
it.
now. Go to the link. Register today.
Absolutely.
Make the investment into
Don't
yourself.
even think about it. Invest in
Make the
yourself,
investment
invest
into
in your
yourself.
legacy.
And remember who's depending on you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we are absolutely grateful that each one of you joined us. Catch us on the replay as well. This show will broadcast tonight. We'll rebroadcast tonight on our YouTube station and on our Facebook page. So please click the link if you're watching us live on YouTube. Subscribe and click that bell so that when we go live, you will know. If you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead, go to the Collaborative University and subscribe to that page. Okay, well, we will see you again. Remember, our show is every Monday. Every Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. and we rebroadcast in the evenings. We love you, we thank you, and we're just grateful that each and every one of you are pursuing your purpose, you're pursuing your passion, and you're going after everything that God says you can have. Thank you, and we will see you next week.